Hello, today we'll be talking about stoichiometric calculations, and the problem reads, 6.50 grams of aluminum reacts with an excess of oxygen. How many grams of aluminum oxide can be formed? So to this problem, we have some steps that we can take. So the first step is to write out the reactants and the products. Then we have to balance the chemical equation, convert all known masses to grams if they're not already, and then convert them to moles, determine the limiting reagent, determine the number of moles, and then convert the moles to grams. And let's see if we can just cut some steps here. The problem, it already tells us what the limiting reagent is by telling us that oxygen is in excess. So that can't be the limiting reagent. So the first thing is to write out the products. So we have aluminum and we have oxygen. And that forms aluminum oxide. Usually leave spaces in between so we can balance. So let's balance this thing. So we have 3 oxygen here, so let's put 3 here. Then we have 6 now, so we have to put in 2 here. That makes 4 aluminum, so 4 over here. Next, I like to write down what's already given. So they already tell you that there's 6.50 grams of aluminum. And what are we trying to find? We're trying to find the grams of aluminum oxide. And we could ignore this since they're not asking anything about that. So the next step would be to convert this to moles. And in order to do that, we have to use the molecular weight of aluminum, which is 26.98 grams over 1 mole, and that equals 0.24 moles of aluminum. Next step is to do a mole ratio. So in order to set this up, I'm going to rewrite that, what we just found. And we see that in aluminum oxide, it's 2 in the front and a 4 in aluminum. So what I like to do is that when we're trying to find something, I usually put that on the top. And there's moles, and there's 4 moles of aluminum. And that essentially means 0.24 times 1/2, which is 0.12 mole of Al2O3. Next step would be to convert this to grams, since that is the question. So in order to do that, we should find the molecular weight of this. So the molecular weight is 2 times 26.98 grams per mole plus 3 times 16. And we find that this equals 101.66 grams per mole. So we're going to go back here and use this and multiply it. 0.12 mole of aluminum times 101.66 grams over 1 mole of Al2O3. I'm sorry about that. And that equals 12.25 grams of aluminum oxide. Voila! That is your answer. Hope this helped.